Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I am Dr. Lainka Konle. I am a lecturer in the university. I am a consultant. On this channel, I do a number of stuff, but all the stuff I do on this channel, you can view the playlist on my channel to catch up. Meanwhile, are you subscribed to this channel? If no, kindly go ahead and tap subscribe on your screen right now. Click subscribe on your screen right now to subscribe to this channel for wonderful content. The title of the video you are viewing is RAP, Resettlement Action Plan in Intervention Project or Development Project. This is very important in development project. Meanwhile, you need to view 3 previous videos on development project, which I want you to view to catch up with this one effectively. There's a video on social safeguards in development projects. There's a video on environmental safeguards in development project. There's a video on ESIA, environmental and social impact assessment in development project. So go through these videos to really catch up very effectively. So RAP, Resettlement Action Plan, is very important. Sometimes infrastructure project or some intervention project will definitely have project affected persons, people that will be directly affected by the project, especially when the effect on them will be negative. So we are expected to develop a RAP report or a RAP framework through which the project affected persons will be transferred, will be resettled in different areas, probably because their properties or their livelihood or things they depend on fall within the right of way or the project corridor. So for the shared prosperity, for the common good of the community, these certain individuals will be affected. So we need to mitigate, to ameliorate the effect of this on them. Sometimes we then have to resettle them. We have to transfer them to different places so the project can continue. But until this resettlement action plan is in place, development projects cannot continue, because no development project is worth implementation if people that are affected are not properly accounted for, are not properly accommodated through resettlement in this instance. Those that will not be directly impacted may be handled differently, but those that will be directly impacted must be resettled. And this is why international financial institutions demand very excellent RAP report. And don't forget, it's RAP, Resettlement Action Plan. It must be exact. It's exact science. Must be 100% accurate, to the extent that all the paths to be resettled must be accommodated, must be engaged, must be accounted for. 100%. RAP is an exact science. So this is very important, and it's a plan. That is, it must be implementable. It must be smart. It's not just a bulky report without direction. This point is very important. It must be smart. It's a plan. It's not just a bogus report. Anybody must be able to take it and be able to implement it. It's like a GIS map. It's like a GPS of the project to handle the path. And it's an exact science. No estimation, must be accurate. And it's usually before the project. A RAP must be, a RAP framework, if you like, must be ready. The settlement action plan must be ready before the project takes off. And this is the best practice. And it must be objective and must be inclusive. Everybody that will be affected by the project that must be wrapped must be included from beginning to the end, and they must be happy and satisfied. I've been part of RAPs before that people were very happy. Even those that were not directly affected were looking for us to come and make sure they are affected, because the RAP was so well done, objective and inclusive, and represent also all that must go into it. So it's a plan. It's not just a bogus report. It's a plan because it must be smart and it must be implementable. It must be inclusive and must be objective. So there are stages to RAP. There are stages of RAP. But the stage 1, which is very important, is as well as the other stages, is the stage I call the preparatory stage. For the RAP to be well done, it must be systematic, broken down to stages. And what constitutes these stages must be well done, otherwise there'll be problem. So the first stage is the preparatory stage. This is where you have the recognize and survey. Recognize and survey, this field visit before the work itself. This recognize and survey will go to the project area, the project community, walk through the project corridor, traverse the project area, outrightly, 100% without rushing. So it must be very detailed and be very thorough. This is where you scope. It's a scoping meeting, scoping trips, mapping trips to see, to traverse and take the necessary coordinates of the site. The length and breadth, all the necessary point, the coordinates of the project must be taken exclusively, comprehensively. Then this is when the KMF files will be developed, the share files of the project area, the project community, especially the project corridor, and the right of way. You know, aside, and this will also feed into the engineering design if it's a infrastructure project. So, and if it's not an infrastructure project, yet you still have to take the KMF file, the mental map of the place must be well developed, the technological maps of this is the age of technology. RAP depends on technology tremendously now. That's the only way it can be exact. If you don't deploy technology, you will rely on guesswork. And because it's exact science, you need technology. So the KMF files of the project corridor, of the project community, and everything, the project area must be developed. You know, the share file is what will be guiding people, even people that are not part of the project at the point, at the beginning. If they join later, for whatever reason, once they have the KMF files, the share files, they can traverse and implement the project and implement the RAP. So this is the preparation. So now you now have essentially the stage, you know, of data collection, the stage of composition of the project. You know, this stage, the second stage, will then have to do with the review of existing documents, existing legislations, existing policies, you know, existing reports that have to do with this project. You must review it outrightly. Government gazette, all the formal and informal documents must be reviewed so you have clear understanding. Even you review the maps of the project areas. You know, this is very important. So the next one is also the composition of the RAP team. RAP is not a single person, it's a multi-expertise process. It's a process. You know, it's not just an event that will follow from one step to the other. So you have to have composition of the RAP team. This is very important. That's why you have one socioeconomic expert who will document the socioeconomic architecture of the environment, give you the overview to be guided appropriately. Then you may also have the environmentalist or biophysical expert. This is why I say you have to view the videos on social safeguard, environmental safeguard, and environmental and social impact assessment. I discussed this in detail in those places. You know, you have the environmental and biophysical expert, you have the GIS expert, Geographic Information Science expert. Because this KMA files I'm talking about, the share files, the coordinates, these are things that the GIS expert will help you identify. You know, and you need to have that. So you have the GIS expert, you have the technologist who will also be with you. Then you have the RAP expert who gives the overview. Sometimes can even be the team lead of this particular process, who will then give you an overview or be coordinating all the elements and be putting them in perspective for the RAP to be done appropriately. You know, then you have all the surveys, you know, that you have to do. All these surveys must be quality. You know, you have the surveyor. You know, the survey I mean in the socioeconomic stuff surveys, even the environmental survey, you know, that will be done by the biophysical expert. You know, and even the RAP expert also will be doing his own survey using the coordinate, using the map, using the designs and all the other issues to begin to gather enough data. So survey is data. Then you will need a surveyor, usually a quantity surveyor, who will be able to do, you know, valuation of properties affected or the farmlands affected, of all the livelihood issues around the place. So you will need a surveyor, usually a quantity surveyor, to be able to do all of this, and also to be able to demarcate and align in case it's an infrastructure project. Then a very important thing you need to do, again, is to now conduct the census of the people, project affected persons, and the properties. You have to do the census. The census is total, no assumption. And the RAP expert can assist with all the people who have to assist with this to be sure that which one falls into the project corridor, which one does not fall there. Because some people want to make sure if you're going to pay compensation, that's very heavy. Some people want to force their property, force themselves into it so that they can be well compensated. So you have to be very careful. You do the census of the genuine, original project affected persons and properties. And you take all of this, then after you get all this data, you interview the PAPs, you engage with them, like I said, then you have to analyze this data. Analysis is very important. Then you write your report, and then you'll be able to then write the plan in a way that is implementable. And this is very important. It's a plan. So you write your report, then you turn it to a plan. Some of the bogus images will have to be taken to the appendices so that the RAP itself will be clear. Not too many figures, not too many images and pictures. They are important, but they have to go to appendices so we can see the RAP document itself, the plan itself, in a very clear and concise way. And there are many tools you need for this. Then to be able to do this, you need stakeholders engagement guide or matrix, focus group discussion guide, socioeconomic questionnaires, and which usually now we host on the internet. You observe, you do observation, you do in-depth interview, you do key informant interview, biometric capturing. For all these PAPs, you have to take their biometrics, their fingerprints, their, and other biophysical, other biometric characteristics and variables you want to document. Then you need GIS tools, very important. Then you may need SPSS, statistical package for the social sciences, in vivo for quantitative software, or Atlas TI, or others you may need. So once you're able to do this, stage 1, stage 2, then you go to RAP implementation proper, where you then pay compensation, where you then resettle the people, take them to places, and after this, the work is done. You may not do, then you may get the valuation report at the end of the day when you value all the stuff before you then begin to pay compensation and begin to resettle the people. So this is just what RAP should be all about and how to go about it. And you can drop your comment for more insight. And if you want to do one, feel free to reach out to me. I will make myself available to assist. Till I see you in my next video, kindly subscribe to this channel, share widely, and tell others. Bye for now.